people of Ghana, it's a Nigerian Get Pleasure bringing you political news in our channel, Ghanatube. Here is the recent happenings in Ghana. Please watch.
Reaching the minister, but we couldn't get him on phone. So I think we can skip the questions for now. In case he comes in, then we can revisit the issue. And then the Foreign Affairs Minister also is not around. So I'll plead with my colleague so that we can skip it and then take statement.
I remember then make the application to vary the order of business.
The two ministers are not around. So we'll plead with our colleague so that when they come,
Honorable Deputy Majority Whip, are you making an application to vary the order of business?
Very well, Mr. Speaker. So that we can vary the order of business and then we'll keep contacting the ministers. So when they come.
Majority Chief Whip, the application is for us to vary the order of business and take Speaker, item number 7.
You see, I keep telling you, government side, please be up and doing. Speaker, we had extensive conclave engagement. You have to call your ministers ahead of time. You don't come this morning and knee-jerk reaction and be calling your minister. You come and tell us the minister is not responding. The minister is not responding to your calls. Speaker, his application is not tenable. We insist. We want the minister in the chamber. Speaker, the minister needs to be called. It can't be the case. The minister, there's a process, there's a defined process by which ministers are invited to appear and attend upon this house. Speaker, as at my last check, the process has been exhausted. The clerks at table have done their work. What is the case? And if the minister cannot come, the minister knows what to do. He is a member of parliament. He cannot take parliament for granted. He should write officially. And I see, okay, I almost said that the honorable member is the deputy minister. Then I had to correct myself. He's not. Speaker, we on this side will not accept that. The people of this country want to see the ministers attending upon the house, doing the business of the house, and answering the questions. These questions were advertised in the business statement, and even they were earlier on advertised in the order paper, and today is final expression in the order paper, and you are telling us you cannot reach the minister on phone. What is that? What is that? The minister doesn't need to be called on phone before he comes to the house. I see him walking in. Yes, let him come and do the needful. Minister, so yes, obviously, Speaker, the minister walked in early. He walked into the chamber very early. But I will not litigate further. Since he's here, Speaker, we should proceed, and he should be called to take the appropriate chair and do justice to the questions.
Well, Honorable Minority Chief Whip, you know, we've been in this house for some time. This is not the first time that leaders will be making an application to vary the order of business so that give some time for the ministers to get to our midst. So the application from the Deputy Majority Whip was to vary the order of business whilst the ministers walk in. So it's for me to take statement whilst the ministers walk in, and it is a just application. But in view of the fact that the minister responsible for lands and natural resources is in our midst, then Honorable Deputy Majority Whip, do we stick to item number 6?
Mr. Speaker, when that application was made,
yes,
you didn't rule on it.
Yes.
And you are asking the Deputy Whip to come in again and tell us what? We need to hear your ruling on the matter, because the minister walked in when that argument was being made. So
yes, Honorable Patrick Yaobuama, application was made to the chair for leave to vary the order of business in view of the fact that the minister at that particular moment was not in the chamber. Before granting that application, the minister has walked in. Therefore, the issue is the application still worthy of being granted? That is why I am asking the maker of the application, to the effect that in view of the fact that the minister walked in, do we still consider his application or stick to the order of business by taking item number 6? Yes, the issue, let's exhaust the issue under consideration, then I can open the floor for any comment. So let me hear from the maker of the application.
Mr. Speaker, thank you very much. Now that the minister is in, I think I'm a better place to withdraw the application put forward. And the attack, the chief whip wanted to. The president of the minister has rendered this attack moot. So, Mr. Speaker, the application is duly withdrawn. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Honorable Majority, Chief Whip.
Speaker, I thank you for the opportunity. Speaker, we are grateful for the opportunity for the prayer that the business be varied, for statements to be taken, abiding the coming of the minister to respond to questions. Speaker, we thank you. But Speaker, let the point be made that this side, we are serious. The comment from the minority whip that the government side must be up and doing is very unfortunate. We had long conclave today, and we discussed a lot of things. And he knows that we are in the budget mood. The ministers are chasing their estimates to make them ready so that the committees can get to work. And he knows that this morning I went chasing estimates to meet the ministers and went to get them. The issue was that it's not as if the ministers won't come. It's the timing. But it took us to the cleaners. It shouldn't do that. We are managing this house together. We help you to manage the house when we were on the other side. We help you. We assisted you. So help us. We are settling in. So Speaker, without further ado, we pray that if the Honorable Minister responsible for lands can take his seat, so that. No mistake. Thank you very much.
Honorable
not to litigate. Not to litigate further on this matter. We've always agreed to disagree, and I am in support. So the matter has been settled now. The maker of the application has decided to withdraw same. So there's no need in going to any other litigation. Just to remind my colleague, Speaker, today is the 13th of March. It's just a reminder, it's a harmless reminder. Today is the 13th of March. We cannot go beyond 31st of March in passing the appropriation. We all know the practice as has been in this house. So the estimates have always been posed some challenge, the availability of the estimate. I want to appeal to my leaders they should try, and you had said that you were running around for the estimates. Let the estimate come in time. And then the committees can program their sitting. There's also going to be
Honorable Minority Chief Whip.
Yeah, I'm just reminding them.
I would want to direct that the Honorable Minority Chief Whip and the Majority Chief Whip engage in that regard to make the estimate available for members. Thank you very much. Honorable members, we have pupils from some educational institutions visiting the house. They are from Merinyakro Memorial Academy, led by Emmanuel Krantin, headmaster. They are from Agona East constituency, 130 in numbers. We also have Gaku Basic School, led by Eugene Gogo, a teacher. They are from Lada de Kotopon, and they are 73 in numbers. Honorable members, on behalf of the House and on my own behalf, I wish our children a fruitful visit to the House. You are welcome. Honorable members, we move to item numbered 6, questions time. The Honorable Minister for Lands and Natural Resources is scheduled to respond to some questions. Honorable Minister, may you kindly take your seat. Honorable members, let's proceed to take the question numbered 50 on today's order paper. In the name of Honorable Anthony Nye Otobri, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Yes. Can I go ahead?
Yes, you have the floor.
Thank you. Good morning, Honorable Minister. My first question is to inquire when the ministry intends to introduce a legislative instrument to regulate the operation of the Lands Act 2020, Act 1036, to ensure uniformity in the land administration throughout the country. Thank you.
Honorable Minister, you will answer the question.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Respectfully, let me take the liberties to inform this Honorable House that I was here exactly at 10 o'clock. As a former deputy leader of this House, I respect this House and the rules of this House very much. Unfortunately, the House was not ready, and I had to rush to give a speech at the 56th anniversary of the Ghana Institution of Surveyors. As soon as I finished, I rushed back to do this very important duty. And I will continue to respond to the call of this House with the urgency and importance it deserves. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Now, having said that, I'll go ahead and answer the Honorable Member's question. Honorable Speaker, following the passage of the Land Act 2020, Act 1036, the Lands Commission engaged the services of 2 consultants to assist in the preparation of the required regulations to operationalize the Act. The Commission, in collaboration with the Office of the Attorney General, constituted an in-house team of staff to work with the 2 consultants. After extensive stakeholder engagements across the country, a draft legislative instrument was forwarded to the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources for onward submission to the Office of the Attorney General.
The draft was thus submitted to the AG's office in July 2024. Subsequently, the Office of the Attorney General, upon review, provided some comments to be addressed by the Ministry through its agencies, the Lands Commission and the Office of the Administrator of True Lands. Responses to the comments and the final draft of the LI has been submitted to the Office of the Attorney General by the Lands Commission and the Office of Administrator of True Lands through my office on the 28th February 2025. Once finalized by the Attorney General's office, the legislative instrument will be laid before Parliament for consideration and passage. I thank you, Honourable Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honourable Minister. Honourable Member, any follow-up question?
I don't think so. I think I'm satisfied with his answer. The follow-up would be to the Attorney General's Department. I'm very grateful.
Any supplementary? Yes, Honourable Asafwa.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I would want to ask the Minister for Lands, because the stakeholder engagement started somewhere 2020, because of the lapse of time, would you consider engaging, or if you like, having another stakeholder engagement before it is laid before Parliament? Thank you.
Yes, Honourable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, thank you very much. Extensive stakeholder was done and is on record. We believe that those engagements have been very extensive enough. We believe that once the Attorney General's review is done, it will be brought to this House. This House has the liberty to always engage the public once it's here. But I believe on the part of the Ministry, we've done a very exhaustive work. I thank you.
Thank you very much. Honourable members, in the absence of any further supplementary, can we move to question number 51? Also, in the name of Honourable Anthony Imie of Otobri.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My second question is to inquire from the Minister what the Ministry intends to do in digitalization of the services being rendered by the Lands Commission across the country to ensure easy accessibility.
Honourable Minister, you have the floor for your response.
Honourable Speaker, there has been some modification to this answer on the second paragraph and then the very last paragraph. And so I want the record to note that. And it will reflect in the answer I gave. Mr. Speaker, efforts to modernize the operations of the Lands Commission has been ongoing for quite some time, since the introduction of the land administration projects Lab 1 and Lab 2, funded by the World Bank and other donor partners with investments of over $92 million. These projects covered other sectors like the Judiciary, Land Use and Spatial Authority, formerly the Town and Country Planning Department, and culminated in the merger of the 4 land sector agencies into the current Lands Commission. The passage of the Lands Act 2020 also introduced the Client Services Access Unit of the Lands Commission, which set the stage for the digitalization of the operations of the Commission. The World Bank agreed to extend the Lab 2 project to support the digitalization of the operations of the Lands Commission and offered preparatory funds of about $3 million. Unfortunately, these funds did not materialize. I think this is the area that the modification and the correction is. The Lands Commission over the years has leveraged on 33% retention of its internally generated funds to undertake some limited digitalization of about 15% of its manual records and introduce several digital platforms to support its operations and the general services to the public. These are, however, not enough to transform the Lands Commission into the land service delivery agency we all desire. The Lands Commission has designed a project that seeks to completely digitalize the operations of the Commission by implementing several interventions that will see the land service delivery space providing national digital map data for all purposes available for use by multiple agencies and private sector, well demarcated and registered boundaries of allodial landowners, decentralized lands commission at the district level, as well as fully operational online services, easy access to cost-effective and quick acquisition of site plans for registration, real-time online access to credible up-to-date land records reflecting the ground situation searches, quick transparent stamp duty assessment and electronic stamping of documents, convenient payment, receipting and reporting platforms, less cumbersome and fast services by Lands Commission, gradual introduction of systematic tilting in other 8 regions, where strengthened land sector institutions, including the customary land secretariat, with professionally competent and motivated staff. So, Speaker, it is estimated that an amount of $165 million will be required to implement the various interventions that will help us achieve these outcomes. Working with the Honorable Minister of Finance and other private sector sources, we are going to pursue all various options to provide funding for this very important project, including